Okay, so this is somewhat scripted, but I don't feel like finding my script or using my script because it's the middle of the night, and all I have as a light source is a candle. 'Cause I can't turn on my light. Not going to say why, it just can't happen. Anyways, so this is not going to be a My Hero Academia what if. This is going to be a Rise of the Shield Hero what if. But if you guys want to see Deku, this like same version of Deku, stay in the My Hero Academia world universe, and we can do that. Just let me know, comments, I'll do it. But I feel like doing a Rise of the Shield Hero what if, just because I want to. So, anyways, Rise of the Shield Hero what if. Let's get into the video. Let's start out the quirk. Dr. Deku was told that he does have a quirk, and all he can do, he can't use most of his quirk. He can only make small element drops out of his hands. And basic elements, I'm going to list all of them: light, water, fire, earth, dark, and whatever elements I did miss, wind, and whatever elements I did miss. Anyways, basic elements, he can use all of them. And he's like, well, Deku's just okay with this. He has a quirk. He's happy. So he walks out the quirk doctor with his mom, like still holding his toy, whatever, gets in the car, and he starts concentrating on making his quirk activate. And like he just thinks really, really hard about his quirk activating, and these weird, like, little droplets of light start dropping out of his hand. Deku won't know what side of his quirk he's using for basically his whole life. Like eventually he'll be able to tell the difference, but like right now he can't tell the difference. So Inko, like he's using his quirk. He's using his. I'm going to tell y'all what side he's using, so this will make sense. He's using his light side of the quirk, and his light side of the quirk can basically heal. When I say everything, it can heal everything, and also make light, like little blast, and it will burn stuff. Basically like a fire attack, but light. Anyways, so he's using it on the car, right? And Inko has a poor car. Like it has smoke coming out of it. It's riding all bumpy and stuff. And Deku starts using his quirk on it. The smoke slowly starts like dying out, and then the car starts riding like smoother. And Inko looks back and like, is this you? Cause like you just got your quirk. You might be trying to use it. And she's like, is this you? And Deku's like, wait, actually, I do want to stick to the script for this because like I was filling in the script, but like adding my own stuff to it. Deku is like, no. Iko looks back and says, "Is this you, boy? What side of your quirk are you using?" I don't remember exactly what I wrote down, so I'm just gonna go off of what's there. It would totally sound better if I was reading it off script, but I'm not. So Deku's like, Iko's like, what side of your quirk are you using? Deku stutters and says, I don't know. And she says, well, find out for mommy. And then she smiles. I hate the fact that I said mommy, but like, it's already too late. And that's what's in the script. So it's already too late. But, and Deku's like, okay, like he just says, okay. And he's like, cool, right? Just being a kid. And Inko straight up says, no, not cool. You need to find out what side of the quirk you is using now. And Deku finally looks up, because like he was looking at the like little droplets. He finally looks up, looks at her, and he sees this like huge ass aura, right? And it's purple, and it's pure evil energy. Now he doesn't know that, but like he sees this fucking purple, fucking dark looking shit emanating off of Inko. He doesn't know what it is. All he knows is his quirk is that he can make element drops. He doesn't know that he can see fucking, like, if anybody has, I don't know the word, but if anybody has bad attention, and if anybody has good attention, he could like see it. If you have good attentions, it will be green, purple. For bad, just because I didn't want it to be basic and have it be red. So like he doesn't know he could see those, but like he can see them, and he will obviously find out later. He's only 4, blah blah blah. So he's like, Mom, why are you glowing purple? And goes like, I don't know what you're talking about, boy. Anyways, I need you to do some stuff. you're going to you're not allowed to use your quirk unless I tell you to, and like don't use it. Don't tell nobody you have a quirk, or they'll take you away from me. Okay? Deku's like, okay, but like, how am I going to become a hero if I can't use this quirk? And he goes like, don't worry about that. I got some stuff for you to do after you get home, when you like after school, after blah blah blah. And Deku's like, okay, he's just for chilling with it. He's like, okay. Anyways, Ingo isn't a good person. She has, I don't know why I said he. She has him use his quirk for all type of just random shit to make him money. Anything that he can do with his quirk to make money, he's doing it. If it's fucking healing random ass people for a shit ton of money, he's doing that, which that's kind of a good thing. But she also has him entering like quirk duels, shit like that, just full on using his quirk to like save his life. So his quirk is going to be overpowered because he's been fighting adults with his little droplet quirk, right? So and he's been doing that from the age of 4 all the way to the age of 17. We're time skipping now, and this was not in the script. I just wanted to add it because adding it, whatever. Anyway, so that happens, and time skips 17 years. Deku is in his room playing games, and Nico tells him, "Get out the house. Yeah, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you no more. I'm tired of you." So Deku just goes to the library. He's used to this happening. It happens all the time. Nico throws this random, like, gets this random attitude towards him and tells him, "Get out." He's used to it. He goes to the library. Basically, same thing that happens to now for me happens to Deku. I don't feel like it's been lenient. Anyways, he's teleported, and he's already in Naofami's party, but he doesn't know that yet. Naofami doesn't know it either because he doesn't know how the shit works. Anyways, they're confused. Fifth hero. Why is there a fifth hero? They go up to the, basically everything goes to canon. But the one thing that does change is the king automatically like asks Deku, who is he? Deku just says, I don't know. I got summoned here, and Deku looks exactly like this as in the picture. I got this off Google, obviously. But instead of his powers working from his head, now it's actually going to work from a wand. And the wand just looks like a Harry Potter wand, you can say, just a stick. But like in the middle of the stick, it has the jewel that everybody else's has, like to put the stuff in. But Deku won't do that. It's just so he can actually do attacks. Because like I said, all he could do in My Hero is water drops, and that actually did switch over. So let's say all his element stats are at a 4, but his light and, let's say his light and water is at a 5, everything else at a 4, and his base level, they start him off at a like level 2 since he has all these high stats. He got a lot of extra XP, so level 2, and then everybody else is obviously level 1. I don't know if I want to switch between the heroes or just focus on Deku and Alpha Me. I'll think about it later. Anyways, Deku is like blah blah blah. He introduces himself. Everybody else introduces himself, and Alpha Me has to say "Yo, King" again, even though the king was confused about Deku. He still doesn't like Now For Me, so he still annoys Now For Me. Now For Me does what he did in canon. They go to the rooms. Same thing happens to canon as in canon, but just imagine Deku there, and they have this story with Deku, and they actually say Deku might be the strongest one there because he has fucking magic, and they have a bow, which might be useful against magic. I don't really think so. Then you have a sword, which, nah, compared to magic, useless. Then you have, actually, not now for me and Deku really do clash. Like, as fighting wise, if you pit a shield user against a magic user, it's going to be a pretty long fight, in my opinion. But, anyways, Deku and now for me, finally, still do not realize that they're in the party. I was going to have it be they finally realize now, but nope, still don't realize they're in the party. But they do learn how to open their menus, see that the level. Deku says, "Hey, I'm level 2. What about y'all?" And they're like level 1, and then they're like, "You're cheating already." And then Deku's like, "No, I don't know what happened." and they do know that Deku is from a hero's universe, so like they're like he has experience, and Deku tells them no, like we had quirks back in our universe, but I don't know if my quirk switched over. I think it kind of did, cause like I have high levels and all my like elements already, and they're like, well, what was your quirk? He explains what his quirk was and what quirks are. That happens. Skipping to daytime, nobody's going to go with Deku whatsoever. Hold up, somebody's at my door. Yes.
No, I forgot you were recording. I didn't remember until after I knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Do you have an extra cover?
Extra cover.
It does not contain
If JBS isn't laying on it.
JV's LP.
No. Please don't wake up. You're going to be in my video now.
Huh?
You're going to be in my video now. I'm not editing this out. Yeah, I'm not editing that out. Sorry for the long pause. Y'all can skip it. I don't know where it's going to be. If I do end up watching this all the way through to make sure it recorded right, I will put the time skip in the fucking comments. If not, deal with it. Press 10 seconds repeatedly until I get back to the video, I guess. But anyway, back to the video. Deku and not Inko, and all the other heroes are lined up in front of the king. Nobody goes with Deku, and nobody goes with Naofumi. Nobody goes with Deku because they don't know who he is. Random hero, like, what are you doing? And then nobody goes with Naofumi because Shield Hero, they don't like the Shield Hero. So they did get more people because fifth hero. So let's say everybody has times 2, and Deku now knows that purple means like bad vibes. So if he sees anybody emanating purple, he automatically, calls them. He doesn't call them out, but like, he makes a mental note of it, and he sees that I can't remember her name. I remember the name that Naofumi gave her, which is a cuss word, and I'm already cussing in this video, but I'm not trying to cuss that much. So we're not the queen, but the second princess, her, yeah. He sees her, he sees the purple energy, he automatically knows. But Naofumi does still mention, hey, let's team up, maybe like, we gotta work together. And that's when Deku finally gets the notification, you're in the Shield Heroes party, you're here to work with the Shield Hero. He's going to need help. Because that's why he was sent. Because Naofumi is going to need help. He's working on his own here, and let's just say the universe knew that. They gave him Deku. Story, like, I'm not explaining how that was gonna work. It just happened. Plot armor. Let's use plot armor here. It happened. Anyways, Deku, Naofumi, same team. Deku says, like, the king tries saying, hey, Naofumi, actually, y'all can't be on the same team because y'all repel each other. And Deku's like, well, actually, King, you're wrong. Me and Naofumi are already on the same party. We can bounce down Naofumi if you want and start training. And Naofumi is like, all right, because, like, hey, I got a party member. I'm happy. So they walk out, and the other heroes try following them. Deku and Naofumi are like blitzing out of there, so they're gone before the king tells the other heroes to stop. And the king tells the other heroes to stop, and they get their money. But Naofumi and Deku get no money whatsoever, so they have 0, and I think everybody else got 500. And Deku does play video games. He was playing video games before his mom kicked him out of his house. So he does go to he doesn't know where shit is, but he does a look around and find the guild. So they join the guild. Right now the king doesn't have enough time to tell them, like, to tell everybody, hey, don't let the fucking Shield Hero do anything here, because they left early, number 1, and then number 2, they don't have the second princess, so they don't have a reason to be rude now for me. And they, stay out, and they stay out like all day fighting a balloon. So Deku is, let's say, level 3 now. All his elements are still at the same levels, all 4 besides water and light. Water and light still 5. a little bit past timer. Deku, and now for me, stay out all night. That's all I'm going to say. I know we're a place to leave it off, but they do stay out all night, which doesn't mean the second princess never gets accused, not for me, of rape. Now I'm going to end it off here. I shouldn't have said that word. I should have said R. But like, hopefully this video doesn't get taken down. Anyways, Shadow Master is signing out. See you in the next part. Or I'll do a different what if depending on what happens. Goodbye.